I was cleaning the basement when I noticed a loose brick. I pulled it out, and behind it was a door. A door that wasn't on any blueprint. What waited inside wasn't just a room. It was a nightmare. Welcome to Friday 13, where every story is real, and this one's mine. I'm Daniel, and this happened to me in 2019. I've got the photos to prove it. Stay with me, because what I found in that room, it's still down there, waiting. It was a crisp October morning in 2019. I was 30, freshly moved into an old Victorian house in Salem, Oregon. I bought it cheap. Too cheap, maybe. The realtor called it a fixer-upper with character. But there was something else. The air always felt heavy, like the house was holding its breath. I brushed it off. New place, new nerves. But the basement, it was the worst. Musty, damp, the kind of place you don't linger in. I'd been putting off cleaning it for weeks, but that day, I finally rolled up my sleeves. I wish I hadn't. I was sweeping, kicking up dust, when I noticed it. A brick in the far wall, slightly out of place. It was subtle, but it caught my eye. I tapped it, loose. My heart gave a little jolt. Curiosity got the better of me. I tugged at it, and it came free with a scrape. Behind it, a small, rusted handle. A door. The house plans I'd seen didn't show any rooms down here. I pulled harder. The wall creaked, groaned, and swung open like a secret unraveling. The air that rushed out was cold, bitterly cold, like stepping into a freezer. I should have stopped right there, but I didn't. I grabbed a flashlight, my hands already trembling. The passage was tight, the walls slick with moisture that seeped through my fingertips. The beam of light shook as I moved forward. At the end, another door, wooden, splintered, like it hadn't been touched in decades. I pushed it open, and the smell hit me. Rot, sharp and sour, like something had died in there. The room was small, maybe 10 by 10, with a dirt floor and crumbling stone walls. My flashlight swept across the space, catching cobwebs, a rusted chair, and in the corner, a pile of old photographs. I knelt down, the dirt cold under my knees. The top photo, it was me, as a kid, standing in front of this very house. I was maybe 5, grinning with a toy truck in my hand. My breath caught. I'd never been here as a kid. I'd grown up across the state, in Portland. How was this possible? I flipped to the next photo. Me, at 10, playing in a yard I didn't recognize. Then me, at 15, at a party I'd never been to. In every single one, I was smiling. But in the background, a shadow loomed. Tall, thin, its face blurred, but its presence unmistakable. My hands shook so hard, I dropped the stack. Who had taken these? And why were they here? I tried to rationalize it. Maybe they were fakes, someone's sick prank. But the photos were old, yellowed, the edges curling with age. They weren't new. I kept flipping, and with each one, the shadow in the background, it was closer. In the last photo, it was right behind me, its blurred hand on my shoulder. I could almost feel the weight of it now, pressing down. My stomach churned. Then I heard it, a soft scrape, like nails dragging across stone. I froze. The sound was coming from the walls. I spun around, flashlight shaking. The door, it was closing, inch by inch, on its own. I lunged for it, slamming my shoulder against the wood, but it wouldn't budge. The lock clicked. I was trapped. Panic clawed at me. I pounded on the door, shouting, "Let me out." But the house, it swallowed my voice. The scraping grew louder, circling me now, like something was moving in the walls. My chest tightened. I wasn't alone. I had to find a way out. I scanned the room, desperate. That's when I saw it. A small alcove, hidden behind a crumbling section of the wall, covered in scratches. Symbols, jagged and deep, like someone had clawed them in a frenzy. My flashlight caught something in the center. A mirror, old and cracked. Its surface smudged with something dark. I looked into it, and my reflection, it smiled. I wasn't smiling. My blood ran cold. "This isn't real," I whispered. But it was. My reflection's eyes, they were hollow, black, staring right through me. I stumbled back, heart pounding. The scraping, it was louder now, closer, like it was right behind the wall. I grabbed the mirror, yanked it off. It shattered on the floor, and with it, a hidden compartment opened in the alcove. Inside, a journal. Yellowed, brittle, dated 1999. I flipped it open, hands trembling. The entries were frantic. "The ritual is complete. It will guard the house forever." My throat tightened. Guard what? I turned the page. "It feeds on fear." Close quote. "It takes the form of those who enter." My stomach dropped. Was that what I saw in the mirror? Something pretending to be me? The humming started then. Low, deep, vibrating through the walls. My flashlight flickered. I backed into a corner, clutching the journal like a lifeline. "What do you want?" I shouted. The humming stopped. Silence. Then, a whisper, right in my ear. "Daniel." I spun around. Nothing. But the air. It was heavier now, like something was standing inches away. I could feel its breath, cold and sharp, on my neck. My hands shook so hard, I dropped the flashlight. It rolled, the beam landing on the dirt floor. And there, in the light, a shadow, tall and thin, stretching across the room. It wasn't mine. I froze. The shadow moved, slow-paced. I froze. The shadow moved, slow, deliberate, inching closer. My reflection, it was in the broken glass now, scattered on the floor, smiling up at me. I grabbed a shard, ignoring the blood as it cut into my palm. I had to get out. I turned back to the door, slamming the pipe against it again. Wood splintered. I hit harder, desperate. The shadow, it was right behind me now. Its hum deafening. The door gave with a crack. I stumbled out, gasping, and sealed the passage with every brick I could find. But the whispers, they followed me up the stairs. Faint, but real. "I'm still here." I couldn't leave it alone. I had to know what I'd found, what it was. I went to the library, dug through old records, anything about the house. That's when I found it. An article from 1999. A cult had lived here, practicing dark rituals to summon a guardian for the house. They'd trapped it in the basement, sealed it with fear. The journal, it was theirs. The photos, part of their ritual, capturing the essence of anyone who'd live here. I kept digging. Another article, 1923, a family disappeared after reporting whispers in the basement. 1957, a man went mad, claiming his reflection was wrong. My throat tightened. This thing, it had been here for over a century, feeding on fear, taking forms, and now it had mine. I called a historian friend, told him everything. He came over, pale as a ghost. "You need to leave," he said. "It's not just a spirit, it's a mimic. It'll take your place if you stay." I didn't need to hear more. I packed up that night, left the house behind. But the photos, I couldn't leave them. I burned them, every last one. The air felt lighter after that, but the whispers, they didn't stop. That was a year ago. I've moved to a new city, started over. But sometimes, late at night, I hear it. Faint scratching, like nails on stone, coming from below. I've checked. There's no basement here. I've seen a therapist, tried to move on, but the fear, it's always there. I keep a mirror by my bed now, just to check. Sometimes, my reflection, it's not right. This was real. 2019, Salem, Oregon. I've got the photos of the journal, the burns on my hands from the glass. Believe me or not, it's still down there, in that house, waiting for someone new to move in. That's my story, true as the fear I still carry. If you've ever found something unexplainable in your home, drop it in the comments. I'll read every one. And if this got under your skin, hit that like button, subscribe, and share your own true horror story below. We'll feature the scariest ones in our next video, and yours might be next. This is Friday 13, signing off. But remember, the shadows are always watching.